Okay, we're going to try this again, but we're doing this as display capture, not as, oh, here, I'm going to close the YouTube page. Did not show the stream key, though, so that's good. No one's going to hijack the stream. Just going to get this back to full screen. Okay, hopefully this will solve those problems. And, yeah, that we didn't lose absolutely everybody. Although if we lost some people, I understand, because that was, I'll blame the computer a little bit, but it's probably my fault. I don't know if this is going to look as good, because doing full display capture isn't quite as optimized for gaming as, obviously, game capture is, but, how's this looking here? Looks like we've got a bit of kind of a squeezed look on Streamlabs here. Okay. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can fix that. Where's display capture on here? Okay. Maybe might have to zoom it in a bit like this. And maybe that will end up looking more reasonable. Yeah, I don't know what it is with the display settings in this game, but I'm now more inclined to think that these issues are just the game rather than me being totally stupid. But hopefully that little kind of jerry-rigged zoom in might work. And hopefully I will be able to actually play the game properly. It's okay, Mary. Go to sleep. It's actually kind of good that I'm figuring out the problems with streaming this game so early in the morning, because now I don't have to worry about doing it when the stream is, like, you know, running well.
With explosives. There's got to be an easier way, right?
Okay, yeah, I mean, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe a bit too zoomed in, so we'll try to narrow that in a little bit more. Dial it in, if you will. Oh, crap. What did I just do? There we go. Display capture. Wait, why can't I? Oh my god. There we go. That's the thing I wanted. Okay, and of course, every time I go over here, I have to move the settings back to full screen because this game hates me. Okay. I'm hoping that now, like, I mean, the characters might still look a little warped, but at least you won't have a big black bar at the side of the screen. Yes, I am on campaign number 2. I finished 1 about a year ago, and I will get most of the footage that I need through this campaign as far as review goes, and if worst case scenario, I can just fire off a quick playthrough of the first, I don't know, like half of campaign A, and then get any footage of like 2D fighting that I need. But like, I don't know, like there's the fighting as A2 that will happen in the second campaign. And Keck 44, I'm up this early because I have to open my military clinic in half an hour or so. I should get going, so this is not going to be a long stream, but
Sure is
I am at least figuring out the tricky things about streaming Nier Automata, the PC version at least.
Careful.
Because apparently the formatting of the display does not want to cooperate with me at all. So, yeah, what I was trying to say about the story was that the story in this game is really kind of incredible, and it doesn't seem like it's anything too special at first, but as you move through it, you kind of learn that the existential and like philosophical themes of the game are fairly well developed and like quite well written. And while it might seem like, okay, these are like little anime boys and girls in like schoolboy and French maid outfits, and they have swords and they're fighting people, there's like reasons for that, and reasons for why they say like wear blindfolds, and like interesting aspects about them being, oh, here, saving's possible. I'm just gonna quick save so that I don't forget to the event that I do have to leave. And yeah, the third campaign I know is I was kind of mentioning when I first got on. The third campaign is essentially Nier Automata 2. So there is like a sequel to this game built into the game itself, and that's pretty cool. But what I just did right now is I hacked one of the robots, and he should explode now. And that's one of the cool things that 9S can do. The character that I'm playing as now, he can hack into other robots and either take them over and subjugate them, or blow them up. And when you blow them up, it does damage to everyone around there. So in a weird way, 9S isn't as good as fighting as 2B is. Like, the character action elements of the game aren't as developed, but the hacking adds more of these sort of bullet hell gameplay elements that are in the game as well. And because of his hacking mode goes into that little sort of, not really 2D, but like minimalist graphics mode where it turns into just like a twin stick shooter for a couple seconds. But the game's sort of always a twin stick shooter, because at any point your drone can fire that I'm mapped to the right trigger. And if you, I often will use the lock-on frame that I just brought up here, so that I can just kind of hold down the, oh god.
What's with the weird looking
So I can
outfits?
just hold down the trigger and not have to worry about aiming quite as much. But if you want to,
used to wear long ago.
oh god,
Certain human collectives used to use face paint like
suicidal
that too.
ones are a problem. You can kind of heal anywhere in this game, and I've stocked up on healing items, so, oh man, range on those things. So you gotta get those guys from far away, or obviously they will mess you up pretty bad. I don't need to use large recovery now. So I have pretty much a full stock of large recoveries and a full stock of medium recoveries that I just got throughout the course of the first campaign. And now I'm playing through the second one. The first and second campaigns are the same campaigns. And as far as the story goes, you just play from different perspectives. So the first time through, you're playing as 2B, that sexy anime lady that's beside me. And the second time, you're playing as 9S. But 9S is with you the entire time you're playing as 2B. The third campaign, though, takes place after the first two. So the first two take place at the same time as each other, and the third one is actually like a new story that pushes beyond what happens at the end of this campaign. And it's not really till you get to the end of the third story that you really kind of understand how awesome this game really is. There's two endings in the third story, ending C and ending D, but you can just load those up like from a save file, so you don't have to play through the entire game again. And then once you've earned both of those endings, you can get ending E. Ending E is probably one of the craziest things that I've ever seen in a video game, as far as like utilizing the medium in a way that can't be done in any other format. Like there's no way you can make a movie that ends the way ending E of Nier Automata ends. So I'm not going to spoil it now. I may get to it on stream at some point, although if that's the formatting of this might end up making ending E look totally terrible. But it's definitely it's very good, and I'll explain more, I suppose, when we get there, which will probably not be for quite some time. But it'll happen. It'll probably take me about 10 hours to get through scenario B, and then maybe another 10 to get through scenario C. But once we're through scenario C, that's pretty much it, and we can maybe do another whole stream for D and E together, which will all told will take like 20 minutes. It's not going to take all that much time to get through the last two endings. Oh, hey Krista, how's it going? I glanced and saw the wrench at the bottom of the screen, and I thought that it was Mary again, because she was on, but she was saying she went to bed. But yeah, you woke up 5 minutes ago. What are you doing up? I actually have to be awake for work, but I woke up too early and ended up on the wired side, so I decided to start working on a game that I do want to work on anyways for Gaming with Geeks, like making a video of it, because it's the next game in my Platinum Games series. This is going to be kind of a big one, though, which is why I sort of want to get as much work done on it as I can. And I may actually tell you, actually, maybe I won't stream this game tonight on my channel. I do my Wednesday stream, but tonight I might I might pick a different game than this one because apparently the display mode for streaming it is tricky. The one thing that I'm not sure if you can hear also is when you go into that hacking mode, it will, oh. So they're under the impression that these machines, they call them the machines, or like the full-on robots, have no intelligence really. They just kind of do things, and that they don't have feelings. But what's kind of nuts about this game is as you push further into it, you realize that the alien machines that effectively wiped out humanity, although I think there's some weird, as far as we know, they wiped out humanity,
long ago,
are developing emotions, like they're becoming sentient.
from the fires of the eruption.
I was craving nachos late last night and ate them before we were dead, and they were so salty that I woke up needing water. Amazing.
And said, consciousness, pain, joy, misery, fury, shame, desolation, the future, the meaning of life.
So basically, the machines, the supposedly emotionless machines, are gaining not just sentience, but the ability to feel.
I've fought this machine before, right?
Proposal. Enemy should be dispatched immediately. Leaving such a dangerous foe intact would be unwise.
Oh. Yeah, you can only get hit 3 times in the sort of bullet hell modes. Oh god. I might lose this one. No, I had no way out of that. So you can, and you take a bit of damage once you do that. But for 9S, there's no way going against that tank, Mono a Mono, is going to work out well. So hacking is the way to go for sure. And that's why you gotta work on them bullet hell skills in this game. What's really kind of cool though is the music will transition from being like orchestral to being the same music in chiptune without oh god, without really any yeah. Hit him 3 times. Oh. Oh, I'm hacking another robot. Let's see if I can maybe subjugate this guy. This will be an easy hack. There we go. Oh. I don't know why, I don't remember there being these gold enemies when I played through on PS4, but man, they take a lot of damage. I don't want to target you, I want to target the tank. More hacking. There we go. Oh! And you can't touch the walls either. So you can take 3 hits when you're in the, so it looks like I gotta hack him 2 more times. The black pillars there, I believe, give me cover, so I might not want to actually destroy them. Yeah. You gotta destroy all the minions to knock down the shields. Oh no. I've only got 1 hit left. There we go. I gotta hack him 1 more time, and then that'll be enough. Okay. So the orange bullets you can destroy with your laser, but the purple ones you have to avoid. So, lose a hit there for sure. You don't want to let it pin you. Oh no. Make it. There we go. You're also timed too. You don't have unlimited time to get through the hacking. Oh god. But see, there's the dodge move I told you about. Oh yeah, and there is leveling in this game, so I'll now do slightly more damage. And this guy's only level 25, but man, he's tough. I don't understand these golden enemies. I think I might have activated some kind of like hard mode that I might have to look this up because I have played through this entire game on PS4 before, and I do not remember there being golden enemies that take a stupid amount of damage. I might just have to whittle him down with attacking. I'm gonna do 510. Okay, cool. At 5:30 I should get going, so I can play for another 20 minutes. But we'll at least be able to kill this guy. This game also is on sale right now on Humble Bundle, I saw. They're having like an RPG sale, so if you're interested in it, at least if you have a PC, it's I think $20, which is pretty solid for a game this good. That's why I always say, like, never be afraid to play old games. They don't really ever get worse, and all they do is they get cheaper and the problems get fixed. So,
Brother? Wait, there's more of these things?
okay. Oh yeah, take it easy, Krista. Gotta get up in 3-4 hours. Yeah, I kind of wish I could go back to sleep. I can't go to sleep for quite some time now. I have to get up and go to work in like 15 minutes. At least now I know that streaming Nier Automata is kind of a pain in the butt. And yeah, sorry about the screen being kind of cut off. This game has weird things going on with its full screen mode and aspect ratio. I'll see about modding it, because I can maybe do some sneakiness with PC hacking and stuff. But hopefully it'll just make the experience easier for streaming. But I'm happy that you're all here anyways, even though the aspect ratio is a little weird and parts of the screen might be cut off. At least the frame rate looks a little better than Astral Chain was looking. Running on a super capable PC rather than
Target
a Switch.
confirmed. Let's get him.
I have two weapons I can switch to too by pressing up on the D-pad. I kind of like the quick sword a little bit better, but I was using the slower, heavier sword. Hopefully when I get around to streaming Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, it'll run better than this, or at least not so much running as the aspect ratio. The performance is quite good. It's the formatting that's weird. Oh, God. Okay, so I might hack one of these guys and see if I can get myself... Oh, God. Get myself a friend. Oh, I'm gonna have to damage a bunch of them. Ah, another level up. Man, level ups for days here. I guess that gold enemy must have been worth a lot of experience, because I got a level up when I killed him, and apparently I wasn't that far away from the next one. Oh, my mic is quiet. I'll see if I can crank that up a bit. How about now? I just turned up my gain a tad. And the bigger enemies obviously have more complicated brains, so the hacking them is a little bit trickier. These ones actually I really don't like because I gotta worry about touching the walls in addition to shooting all the things. Yeah, I guess guys, let me know if my voice has gotten better, at least as far as how well you can hear me, because I do want to make sure I have those things sorted out. I guess I did turn down my gain when oh man, I was recording a video yesterday, and oh man, almost. So I'm gonna take damage from that. I was recording a video yesterday, and generally, if you have too much gain while you're recording audio that you can then manipulate in post, it's a better bet to keep it as low gain as possible. Alright, I'll crank up a little bit more. How about that? I should be quite a bit louder now, if you guys can hear me a bit better. I'm pretty close to my mic, so I don't think it's a positioning thing. Actually, I guess it's not too much of a problem if I alt tab over. I'm gonna have to change the screen setting again, but I can see if it's just in. Oh no, I'm cranked up as high as I can be in Streamlabs. Screen. And actually, while I'm there, I'm just going to edit. Make this a tad smaller. Give you guys a bit more aspect ratio. And now the window is way bigger. Jeez. I should try it. There's no borderless windowed mode in this for some reason, and that would probably make things a lot less finicky. Alright. How is everyone? Oh, triple skip. How's it going, man? Yeah, no, I'm doing good. I can only play for about another 13 minutes before I gotta get going to work to open up my clinic, because I am the duty lockup this week, which is fantastic. I get to go to work for 6 a.m. and then leave at 5. So the Warrior Wednesday stream will be a little bit late this week. Also, that'll be on my channel. So if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, it's MarcTheCyborg.
What are they doing here? Unknown. It's like they were gathered here.
So this is what the skeletons of the character I'm playing as looks like. They're androids. Essentially, they're kind of like Terminators, but they were made by man. The machines are the sort of cute, like round-headed things that were made by the aliens.
There it goes.
They don't give up. Run. Run. Must run.
Multiple machines detected ahead. But what's with these android bodies?
Stay focused.
Okay, sorry, I just had to make a leg adjustment there. And of course, my mouse cursor came back. Oh yeah, and sometimes the game switches to like a side-scrolling perspective like this. The controls remain essentially the same. It's just you can't move forward or back in the screen. It's just left to right. Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting that I have to, when I'm falling like that, I need to hold jump in order to do a little parachute glide.
What is this?
So yeah, they're having an orgy because they're trying to mimic what they've been reading about and seeing about human culture and learning from us, because this is Earth, even though all the humans are gone.
Let's take them out.
So they're imitating human speech. They're pretending to have babies. They're pretending to have sex. It's some really heady stuff, and being a video game, I don't really have any choice but to fight them all, but I do kind of feel sorry for them. And let's get some hacking going. essentially can turn them into tiny bombs. So let's cluster them. There we go. Ah, that guy's not really close to anyone, but I can take him out very easily. Now, probably they're weak enough that I can hack up the rest of them with swords. Now, when you do a perfect dodge like that, so if, see here, I can probably, so when I kind of go in slow motion and sort of turn into a bunch of different shadow, ah, God. You can do kind of a powerful attack. Man, not getting that dodge well. So I can grab the pod and then, oh God, way more of them now.
This cannot continue. This cannot continue. This. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. This cannot continue.
I'm also not crazy about the fact that the game kicks into 30 frames a second during the cinematics. Also sort of the downsides to when any game decides to pre-render its cinematics as opposed to real-time rendering them, because that means as hardware gets better and real-time rendering can get better, the cinematics are kind of stuck looking the way they looked.
What's happening?
An android?
No. This is a machine.
It's as smooth as a Ken doll. Alright, so hey, I'll just do the boss fight with Adam. I could probably take him out. I don't remember this being super difficult, and then head to work after that.
Fight.
He does get more difficult than this, though, I remember. Okay. Oh, man. Gotta hit him once more to hack him. Okay. Now, he's a boss, so he's probably going to be a pretty tricky hack. I may not get this on the first time. Oh, man. Yep. There we go. Ah, okay. This is an easier hacking setup. Ah, got him. Oh no. So yeah, that did a good amount of damage on him. Oh, come on. Got him. Sorry, that involved a bit of focus. Yeah, I got him. And this is an M-rated title. In case anyone was wondering. There's no nudity because the androids are totally smooth down there. So, as much as you can do an upskirt on 2B if you really want to, kind of like the camera's doing right now. Yeah, she's the same as Adam down there. So don't get any wild ideas, everybody.
it, not another one.
2B! We gotta get out of here!
Oh, seriously? Oh, I do. Okay, it did save that. Sorry. Again, because this is a display capture. That is my fault. And I can't change these settings. Sorry, you guys were seeing the corner of my window during an intense moment, but the second I can get to the system settings, I'll go back to full screen. Man, this port, I swear to God. Do a slightly better job on Final Fantasy VII Remake when you port it to PC. Square Enix. Come on now. And I know Platinum can make better PC ports than this because Vanquish and Bayonetta both run great. And they're perfectly fine as far as footage capturing and screen aspect ratios go. So yes, now I'm just climbing out of this destroying building. It's actually kind of perfect timing because I got about 4 minutes to get to work and probably just about enough time to get out of the desert.
Looks like we're safe now.
I feel like I have to fight
What the
those
hell just
centipede
happened?
things here though.
I know.
Maybe that's later.
I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command.
Oh, 9S. Always wanting to report everything to command. 9S is an interesting character too, because he sort of wants to act more human than the androids are supposed to. Like he wants to call to be ma'am, or he likes kind of trying to make small talk with the operator, who's basically your mission handler. And they're not really supposed to do that. They're supposed to be very formal and very focused on the mission. But I think 9S, he just wants to have friends, is kind of the thing that he's developing, even though he's also a machine. And the androids are supposed to be a bit more human than these machines that I'm fighting are. Or sorry, I shouldn't say machines, because the machines are the robots that I'm fighting, like as far as the lore goes, and the androids are the characters we're playing as. So while they're both functionally in the English language, both androids and robots are machines.
Okay, this
They
is we should be able
the
to
terminology might start getting weird. So here he's gonna call the operator.
Do you copy?
I read you, 9S. Go ahead.
Operator, we just encountered a pair of humanoid machines. We weren't able to capture them, but I have combat data ready for upload.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
Alright, so saving possible. I'm gonna quick save, because this game, if you don't save on your own, it will not save for you. There's no auto saving in this game. It is just flat out, you need to see when it says saving possible in the corner of the screen, and then quick save. Or I guess here I can make a manual save at this time too, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to leave that save in the middle with the resistance camp, because that's scenario A. So if I do need footage from scenario A, or footage where I'm playing as 2B, I can go sort of right off to that one and not have to go through the entire game again. At least to get to late game stuff. Alright. Oh, Jackass is the girl who gives you the missions in the desert. I don't know why her name is Jackass, but that's her name. You can talk to her, see if she has anything to say.
I hear you kicked some tin can ass out in the desert, so I guess, you know, thanks or whatever.
Okay. Alright, you know, it's 5:29. I've got a bit of time, so I'm gonna head back over to the main town, give you guys a little walk through
Say 2B?
the main kind of
I was
open
hoping we
world
could talk
hub.
about our next move. I'm worried about the damage we took in that last battle with the machines. Maybe we should return to the resistance camp to resupply and conduct maintenance?
All right, let's go back.
You got it.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Now, can I check mail on the go here? I don't think I can. I think mail I need to check at the actual, Oh, wait. Do I even have a POG plugin? Oh, no. Okay, so these are... The chips are basically like perks that you can add yourself. You can kind of make it so that you have boost to, like, attack and defense and dodge. Can you do everything in this game a one-time through? Or well, that's the thing. I was kind of explaining this at the beginning of the stream, but this game, it says it's multiple playthroughs, but it's really 3 separate campaigns. The first and second campaign, you kind of are tricked into thinking, oh, I'm just playing the same thing, but as a different character. But there are parts in the game, kind of like Resident Evil 2, where 2B and 9S split up. So you are getting some different content in the second playthrough, quote, quote, but like really second playthrough means second campaign, where you're playing as 9S. But the third campaign, the third playthrough, is totally different. Like, there's nothing at all, not a single thing in common with the first two. It's a completely different story that takes place after the main story, the first part of the story that is campaigns A and B. But campaign C is like a flat out like the sequel. Like that's how you get the actual ending of the game. So if you have played this game and you've only played through it once and figured, I've beaten the game, you've really only seen a third of it. And the second playthrough I find is where a lot of people, the one that I'm playing through right now, which is another reason why I'm starting on this playthrough for the streams, because I figure if you guys see this playthrough, and then at least you won't feel like you're doing the exact same thing when you pick up the controller to play the scenario A, like if you do buy the game yourself and go through it. This will seem slightly new because I'm playing as the other character, or I'm playing as who's essentially the sidekick character. Because I would say it's safe to say that 2B is the main character of the game. Although that might also even be kind of misleading. But anyways, I guess short answer is keep watching the streams and I'll go through most of the important content. Including I'm definitely going to go through Scenario C because it's awesome. And but I just have to get through B first to get to it. And I recommend you go through all 3. And then I'll boot up the ending of Scenario C. And basically make the other choice and get ending D, and then boot that same save file up again, but at the ending of Scenario C. Pick either ending and keep watching the credits, and that's how you get ending E. And ending E is where the most kind of amazing thing happens in this story from the perspective of a crazy thing to do in a video game, as far as like storytelling like that can't really happen in any other medium. And I am not going to say what it is. And if I do talk about it in my review, which I will probably, I'm going to have a massive, massive spoiler warning. Desert Camp A, okay. It's about the same point. So I'll save over this one, leave this one in the middle. Alright, so yeah, it's Resistance Camp, playtime 4:59. Okay, that'll help us see that. Sorry I missed the stream start, but thanks for the explanation. Oh yeah, no worries. I just meant that if you do go back and watch the VOD or anything, I might end up explaining it twice, but that's fine. I'm probably, over the course of streaming Nier Automata, I have a feeling I'm going to be explaining the deal with it several times over, so don't worry about it. I think, next time, though, I might just move the screen in the middle so that you guys are seeing the whole game, even if it looks like... It's going to look like it's in 4:3 aspect ratio for some reason, because this game just doesn't want to cooperate. But I'll see if I can get some mods going to fix that, maybe later tonight or when I get back from work. But now I have to go, so it's time to go be an adult and go do actual work. Not that this isn't, I mean... it's actual work in the sense that, like, it can generate money, but at the same time, it is not actual work in the sense that I have too much fun doing it to call it work. But, yeah, so that's the end of the stream, everybody. But, as always, you're all wonderful people, and I love you dearly.